Well, hello, and happy Thanksgiving. Cheers. That is ice cold. Folks, it's that sweet time of year before we get to actually start having fun with the holidays, and we have to do Thanksgiving first. It's the time of year where I start to think about traditions and the type of things that my family will always do together. Making the dinner together, playing some football out back. Classic American thing. But I think there's something even more American than those traditions. And that's propaganda. I recently found a piece of media from the 50s that's this like Thanksgiving propaganda film about how capitalism is good. And it's a little depressing and also very stupid, so I thought maybe we should take a look at it. So whether you're waiting for a flight, on a train home, or just in your living room because you're watching this way after Thanksgiving, pour yourself an ice cold, tiny little cup of coffee, and let's get into it. Lawrence, Kansas mentioned. Shout out my Lawrence, Kansas heads.
I'm Bill Johnson. Around here, they just call me Dad.
Like the whole town? The whole town calls you Dad?
I've been trying to read, but I just can't seem to do it.
I've been trying to read, but I just can't seem to do it. I'm illiterate, you see, and that's because of communism.
We Johnsons had a good Thanksgiving, the best we've ever had. Kids, Dick and Tommy and Susan, were all home from school. And of course, Mother and the baby were there.
Okay, so we're learning a little bit about the family dynamic here. There's 3 kids.
Hey, wait a second. There are 4 kids, not 3. The baby counts as a kid. This guy doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about.
There's 3 kids, and it sounds like he lives with his mother. He said Mother is also there.
And of course, Mother and the baby were there. And like most men, I'm glad it was Mother instead of me who had to break the news to them.
Well, you know, children, we've had a lot of expenses this month, and well, the truth of the matter is, there just won't be any turkey this year.
Okay, so that can't be his mom, because she's like the same age as him. So that's his wife. Okay, yeah, okay, got it. Okay, so that's his wife, not his mom. Misunderstood? My bad. Why is he calling her Mother? Look, there are a lot of reasons to be thankful that American culture is not the same way it was in the 1950s. One of them that I just discovered is that apparently guys were running around calling their wives Mother. And look, that's not like the craziest thing on earth, I know, but there's something kind of Freudian about it. But then again, his name is Dad.
Around here, they just call me Dad.
So maybe everyone in town just calls her Mother. That's her title.
Mother! There just won't be any turkey this year.
No turkey for Thanksgiving?
Oh, I'm going to make a pumpkin pie. We'll have plenty to eat, but, well, we'll just have to get along without turkey.
This video was produced to show, like, there's a lot of things to be thankful for in America. It is funny that that message gets tied up in this story of a family that, because they live in America, cannot afford a turkey. That feels like it's sort of an indictment of the system, right? We're so blessed to live in this great country where we can't afford anything we want, and Thanksgiving is a very grim day where all my kids are mad at me.
No turkey, no good thing.
Mom, you don't mean it. It won't be Thanksgiving at all.
I will say, these kids are like unreasonably upset that there's no turkey.
It won't be Thanksgiving at all.
Turkey is not that good to be this upset about. I guess that's what being young before Fortnite existed was like, though. You know, you're just really into culinary traditions, and when something gets messed up, you take it pretty hard.
And it was right there that I came in, right in the thick of it. Well, what's been going on around here? What's the matter with everybody anyway?
Mom says we're not gonna have any Thanksgiving.
It is classic 1950s that Dad made his wife tell the kids this, and then he comes in and he's like, "Why are you guys sad? Did your mom ruin Thanksgiving? Your mom did something terrible, and you guys like me though still, right?"
But what you kids are saying makes it sound as if the turkey's the only thing we had to be thankful for. With turkey, it's easy to lose sight of what Thanksgiving really means.
What does he mean by that? Turkey doesn't like make you lose sight of your values. He's acting like turkey is like a drug.
With turkey, it's easy to lose sight of what Thanksgiving really means.
Well, gee, I remember one Thanksgiving I had 1 turkey leg too many, and I wrapped my car around a light post after a 3-day bender. I will say, the parents are very sweet, and they kind of convince the kids that Thanksgiving will be okay if there is no turkey.
Turkey or no turkey, we've still got all the freedoms and privileges the Pilgrims gave us.
And I think the oldest son, Dick, says it best.
Well, sure. Suppose we don't have a bang-up feast, bang-up feast, bang-up.
We gotta start saying bang up feast. That is awesome. I need us all to promise to each other that the next time we go get dinner with friends or, you know, have like a Friendsgiving or something, we all have to agree that we're gonna say thank you so much for that bang up feast, bro. Hey man, dinner was killer. I had an absolutely bang up feast with you tonight.
Turkey or no turkey, we've still got all the freedoms and privileges the Pilgrims gave us.
Why, we could make a list a mile long. Why don't we do it?
Okay, I don't think that she has fully come around. She actually seems pretty pissed still.
Why don't we do it?
Her brother's like, why don't we make a list of the things we're thankful for? And she's like, yeah, why don't we make a list? Why don't we make a list, Dad? How about that? By the way, check this out. Whoa. Didn't even hurt me at all.
I tell you what let's do. Let's take a little more time to think this over. There are some pretty tough decisions in making up your mind what means the most to you.
There are some pretty tough decisions in making up your mind what means most to you. That is not a sentence. Maybe grammar has changed. I don't know. That doesn't feel like a sentence. There are pretty hard decisions what make making up your mind make you make the thing that you care about, the thing make you. Happy Thanksgiving.
Your life? Sure. That's one thing you can't get along without.
Golly, Daddy.
I guess I kind of got carried away.
Yeah, I think you might have. There was something kind of scary about what you just said.
Your life? Sure. That's one thing you can't get along without.
His kid raises her voice one time and he's like, we all die. You know that? I guess I got carried away. Sorry, I just love the holidays.
So we fell back on something as old as the Pilgrims, toting up the common, ordinary blessings that we had to be thankful for.
But the family decides to make a list of all the things they're thankful for.
Why don't we do it?
And read that at dinner instead of eating turkey. It doesn't really feel to me like a one-to-one replacement, but that is still nice of them to do.
That night, I'd see Dick there building his model airplane, and Susan just playing.
Susan just playing. You know how you play, rotating 2 pieces of paper in your hand over and over again.
When we took our places around the table and we were ready. And then, well, we all knew it. There are some things you just can't say.
I'm assuming because he's a dad in the 1950s when he says
there are some things you just can't say.
The things he's referring to are like, I love you, and I feel emotions. And this is kind of where the America is perfect, don't worry about anything messaging kind of comes in.
Tom was first.
I'm thankful for the free public library, where I can get books about adventure.
I find it a little hard to believe that this kid is really thankful for the library because he looks so bored. And for the most part, these little thankfulness bits have like a good energy, you know? Like they're thankful for having enough food to eat, with the exception of turkey, which I guess is kind of a luxury. They're thankful for having enough clothes to wear.
I am thankful we have what we need to wear. Though Mother says it's hard to keep up with us, we grow so fast.
I do think what Dick is thankful for is a little interesting to me.
I am thankful for being able to get an education, for living where schools, all schools, open their doors to a guy who wants to learn.
Okay, so this was made in 1951. I don't want to get too into it, but hey, Dick, the schools were not open to everyone. Think you might have a little bit of a blind spot there, or maybe you're just misguided. I don't know.
I'm glad I've got a chance to play, batting a ball around once in a while. Stuff like that. I'm glad it's fun, growing up in America.
I do believe him when he says he's glad it's fun to grow up in America, because he is only one generation away from having to work in the coal mines. If he had been born just a little bit earlier, he would not have time to hit a ball in the backyard. He'd be too busy hitting rich veins of sweet, sweet coal in the deep dark.
Sure. Baby Janet's too young to understand the big word Thanksgiving.
Yeah, well, you can't read, Dad, so back off, maybe.
And as for Mother, seems she's always working. Cooking, ironing, tending children, daylight to dark. What does she have to be thankful for?
Damn, man, leave her alone. Also, you can help her with all that stuff. Do you not realize that? This guy's like, Mother is so busy all the time. I'm sure her life feels like a living hell. If only there was something I could do, but she just loves cleaning and taking care of everything so much. Who am I to lighten her load?
I'm thankful for all the things our American system makes possible. Hot water out of a tap, and a telephone to call the doctor when one of the family is sick. A car to get Dad to work.
So she's thankful for all these things that, based on the phrasing of this video, are only possible in America because of the freedom that we have.
I'm thankful for all the things free people working together can produce.
And that's where this really does start to feel like propaganda, because even in the 50s, other countries had cars. and telephones. It's not like a unique thing.
And now for me. I've got so many things to be thankful for. And I'm thankful for the thing that makes this house our home.
Yep, the live, laugh, love memorabilia.
The happiness here.
Right? Yep.
For knowing that a knock on our door means nothing to fear. A friend calling, or maybe a bill collector, or a kid selling magazines.
I mean, I don't know. A bill collector sounds like something to fear to me, am I right?
You can count on one thing. It's not going to be some political gangster coming to drag one of us off to jail because we believe in freedom.
It won't be some political thug. No, it's the Hat Man. I took far too many Benadryl and now I'm freaking the fuck out.
And I'm thankful for my newspaper. Just a few cents worth of printer's ink and paper.
Buddy, you don't have to pretend you can read that thing to us, okay? We're friends. And I'm thankful for my newspaper. I don't know what it says, but boy, do I like these silly pictures and funny symbols. I'm not 100% sure why they even make these, if I'm being honest.
For all these things, we are truly and humbly thankful. Amen.
There you have it. Thanksgiving from 1951, when everyone was made to feel bad because they wanted the thing that everyone told them they should want and they couldn't afford it because the system they live in was kind of prohibiting them from spending money on extraneous things. Obviously, this is very goofy, but on a serious note, there's some sweet stuff in here. I think the overall message of, being grateful for the things that you have, even if you don't have all the things that you would like to have, is good. I know for me personally, it's hard to stop worrying about not having the things I want. So I think we could all use a reminder like that every now and then. I will say that message in this is delivered in such a sterilized and like everything is okay way that it really misses the mark. Like this whole thing is about how life in America is good and we should be grateful for the stuff that we have because we live in America. But that totally falls apart when this family we're watching doesn't have the means to buy the food that is emblematic of the most American holiday ever. Like, that's a little ironic, right? And that's not even to mention that at the time this was made, a lot of other Americans did not have access to most of the things that this family is thankful for. But hey, this was 70 years ago, so of course it doesn't hold up. But I hope you guys enjoyed this little blast from the past and the reminder that we all have a lot to be grateful for. Like the fact that we're not alive in the 50s. If I grew up playing with paper and reading books, oh my god, I'd be so mad. Thank God I had Minecraft. Anyway, I hope you all had fun watching this goofy, silly video. Thank you so much for sticking around to the end of this video because you didn't have to do that at all. Oh fuck, I just spilled a bunch of coffee on my hand instead of the floor as well, on my light colored carpet. Well, that's good. That's I like when that happens. God forbid I try to use a little festive prop. It's empty now. Anyway, thank you so much for sticking around to the end of the video. I really appreciate when you guys do that because you don't have to do that at all. And it's really nice of you. Regardless of what you're doing this holiday season, I hope you have a great time. And I hope this video was a fun little break from family hecticness or travel or whatever you have to deal with. Thank you so much and happy holidays.